Football family, what is up? Preston back again with another video. So today it's another football discussion video on one of my favorite players ever for Man United. Probably say top two favorite players as well, because I think this guy is behind Ronaldo as my of course as one of my favorite players as well, and that is Wayne Mark Rooney. You know, like Rooney doesn't get the amount of respect that it does in this day and age right now, because again he's retired and he's a footballing manager for Derby County. But the amount of achievements that he's got as well throughout his playing career, the milestones that he's achieved as well, and the honors too. So I am going to be discussing all that of course throughout his playing career as well, and I'm going to be giving in some insight as well, what I experienced when Rooney was growing up, when I was growing up watching Wayne Rooney too. So before we get into the video, guys, remember I do have a stutter for the new people that are actually here. Thank you so much. So yeah, guys, let's begin. So Rooney began playing football for Liverpool schoolboys and scored 72 goals in one season, a record which stood until May 2010. After that, he would join Everton at 9 years old and then go through the ranks of the Toffees. In one of the season, he scored 114 goals in 29 games. That is an absolutely mad stat for Everton under 10s and under 11s as well. By the age of 15, he was already playing for the under 19s as well. So it just shows you like the amount of like physical development that he had as well at such a young age as well. You know, like 114 goals in 29 games, that is an absolute mad stat. Don't get me wrong, it's still academy football, but like for me that is an absolutely ridiculous stat. His first team breakthrough would be an unused substitute in a 1-0 win against Southampton on April 2002. He'd make his senior debut on the 17th of August in a 2-2 home draw against Tottenham Hotspur, starting the match and assisting the first goal by Mark Pembridge. After that, literally 5 days before his 17th birthday, Rooney scored the last-minute winning goal against Arsenal, the goal that ended Arsenal's 30-match unbeaten run. So that's the famous goal where he killed the top left corner. I'm pretty sure from what I remember it as well, against David Seaman as well. And then the commentator who got introduced as 16-year-old Wayne Rooney as well. That's when I actually started taking notice of Wayne Rooney as well. But like literally by that time as well, because I was around 8 years old. I was like, this guy for Everton is an absolute monster too. So I was really happy about that as well. And that was literally right. That made him one of the youngest goal scorers in Premier League history as well. And this record, of course, has been beaten by James Milner as well and by James Vaughan. In 2002, he was named BBC Young Spurs Personality of the Year 6 days, claiming the award. He would then score the winning goal against Blackburn Rovers in a 2-1 home win. I remember this saga like it was yesterday, man, genuinely as well, you know. But yes, Wayne Rooney did end up joining Man United as well for £20 million. This is the highest fee ever paid for a player who was under 20 years old as well, because Rooney was still 18 years old when he left Everton. Before that, Sir Alex Ferguson had to persuade the Manchester United board, right, to pay the 20 million for Wayne Rooney as well. Such a great talent like that. And there was literally eyebrows raised as well by the board. I was like, we don't want to pay this money, but of course Fergie being Fergie, he found a way to actually sign Wayne Rooney as well, you know. But before that, Rooney revealed in a podcast like 2 years ago now, that he actually was going to join Chelsea because Chelsea were going to play for a higher fee. But of course, like that deal kind of muted off as well, and then he signed for Man United as well, and he was given the number 8 shirt upon the arrival at Old Trafford as well. Number 8 Rooney was an absolute terrorist, man. He was an absolute monster as well. He made his debut against Fenerbahce in the Champions League, scoring a hat-trick as well. And I remember this hat-trick, man. This hat-trick, bro, like the fake shot, slot in the bottom corner, the chip, and then the free kick to top it off, man. And he even came in, right, like when he walked in, like the top that he was wearing, he had actually ripped it as well, you know. And These these goals made Rooney the youngest player to score a hat-trick in the Champions League, age 18 years old and 335 days. His first trophy with Man United came in the 05-06 League Cup, so that's equivalent to like a Carabao Cup in this day and age. So he was named the man of the match after scoring twice in the final as United won 4-0 against Wigan Athletic as well. In this 05-06 season as well, in my opinion, from what I remember it, like it wasn't really a great season for us in terms of Man United standards, in terms of the Alex Ferguson standards as well, because we did finish second to Chelsea. I remember going away to Chelsea as well and losing 3-0, and Wayne Rooney actually getting injured as well from the metatarsal too before the World Cup as well. So I actually remember that period in time really well. In the 2006-2007 season, Rooney was given squad number 10, last one by Ruud van Nistelrooy, because Ruud van Nistelrooy went and joined Real Madrid during that time. Also, right, like as a kid, I didn't really recognize that Rooney changed his squad number, because for me, I was used to him as number 8, because like number 8 Rooney was a beast. Even if you remember the volley the previous season against Newcastle as well, he was rated number 8. So for me, I was used to that, and then it didn't really like clock with me that he actually changed his number to actually number 10. But he would actually get injured as well. In United's opening game, a goalless draw against Reading on August the 12th as well, and this was the same ankle injury he had in the Euros as well in Euro 2004, because I'm pretty sure that the majority of you guys that seen Wayne Rooney play in Euro 2004 as well, like he actually got injured, so that was the same injury. Then he'll come back in a 1-0 win against Roma in the group stages. Man United and Roma always love playing against each other, because Man United always get the best out of Roma in Europe. The 7-1 win, I'll never forget that. And then of course we would go on and win the league as well, with Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney being the key factors as well in that 06-07 season or so. So it was a great season for Man United and Wayne Rooney then too. So in the 2007-2008 season, Rooney would only miss 10 games. Then this will make him the youngest player ever to make 200 appearances in the Premier League. He will score 18 goals and 12 of them in the league as well. And as Man United as well won the Premier League title for the second year running. And then in the summer, for me, this is the most important trophy that Wayne Rooney has ever won, and the Champions League final in Russia against Chelsea, and all English Champions League final, as well. And like for me, I actually missed this game because I was dancing like a monkey for my for my aunties and uncles in a wedding in Leeds as well, so I actually missed that Champions League final. Then United as well would also complete the whole world domination by winning the Club World Cup in Japan as well in the middle of the 2009 season. So from what I can remember, Wayne Rooney did end the 2008-2009 season with 20 goals in all competitions. Once again, he managed to score 12 goals in the league. He would go and win his third Premier League title in a row with Man United, again from the 2006-2007 season, 2007-2008 season, 2008-2009 season as well. And then they'll play against Barcelona on May 27, 2009, a game that I'll never forget, because I was in Skegness watching the game with my grandma, and yeah, it was just a heartbreaking game. But again, like, that Barcelona team was absolutely ridiculous. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Eto'o, Puyol, Piqué, which was an absolutely terrific team, and just had Man United's number all day long as well, And in the 2009-2010 season, in the Community Shield, so the season opening game, he scored in the 90th. So Wayne Rooney was scoring in the 90th minute against Chelsea, but Man United would go and lose on penalties against Chelsea. And on August 22nd, 2009, he became the 20th Manchester United player to score 100 goals for the club. So yeah, again, like, this 2010 season for me, like, I like to forget it, because Chelsea did win the league at the end of this season as well, because that Chelsea team was absolutely nuts too. Deco, Drogba, Lampard all playing well together. Carlo, Ancelotti coach team as well, and then the Champions League campaign that Man United had, Ian Robben scoring that volley literally in the last minutes of the game at Old Trafford as well, but Wayne Rooney did have actually something to smile about at the end of the season, where he was named the PFA's player of the year as well. So that's a player of the season in the Premier League. I remember in October of the 2010-2011 season where Alex Ferguson came out and he said that Wayne Rooney wanted to leave Man United as well. For me, like, I was actually like pretty heartbroken too, because I was like, why does he want to leave like right now when of course we're at the top of our game, like we're starting off the season well. And Alex Ferguson was trying to say that it was an ankle injury, like Rooney's injured, but Rooney actually refuted that as well. He said that he'd actually been dropped to the bench, but Rooney's representative actually came out with a statement, right, regarding Rooney's decision to leave the club. And looking at this right now in hindsight, I don't blame him. Because it was not Rooney didn't want to leave because of money. He actually wanted to leave because of the club's lack of ambition as well, because if you remember too, this was around 2011, would still not replace Cristiano Ronaldo when he had left for I'm gonna say Barcelona, for Real Madrid. I could see what Rooney was thinking of as well, even replacing Tevez too, but and our team was also aging too. We'd not made that many key staple signings as well, so I don't blame Rooney for that as well, but there would be a dramatic U-turn by Wayne Rooney as well, and he'd agree a 5-year contract at Manchester United, staying until 2015 as well. This would be the same season where he scored that absolutely beautiful bicycle kick against Man City, where I actually had like a mug of that bicycle kick that he scored, but I don't know where it went because I did lose it as well. And Rooney did describe it, right, as his best goal of his career as well, and so Alex Ferguson said that it's the best goal that he's ever witnessed at Old Trafford too. It did win BBC goal of the season as well, and it was shortlisted for the Puskás award, but Neymar ultimately won it, where he went on that solo run for Santos as well, back when Neymar was the up and coming young phenom. Throughout the 2010-2011 season, so there was also the one game that I remember, one of my favorite games that Wayne Rooney participated in, was when we went away to West Ham, and we were 2 goals down in the first half, and then Wayne Rooney pulled it back with an absolute succulent hat-trick, again, fake shot, screamer, the free kick as well, curler, and then the penalty, and then the infamous celebration too, where would come back as well from that West Ham 2-0 deficit to make it 4-2, where he would look at the camera and he would scream at the camera like, what effing get in as well, so that would be, for me, that was literally my favorite Wayne Rooney that moment as well. But he actually did get charged by the FA for using offensive language as well. He did accept it as well, and he was handed a 2-match ban. But yeah, I appealed against the length of the suspension as well, and he did call it excessive, but that ban was felt to be overturned. But I don't blame him, because I was feeling the same way when that hat-trick went in, because it was just a beautiful display, fam. The free kick, bro, it was absolutely crazy. At the end of the season, Man United would go to the Champions League final and play against Barcelona at Wembley. So Man United had a home advantage against Barcelona, but again, Barcelona was that Barcelona team where it was just unstoppable, the world's greatest team at that moment. Wayne Rooney did actually manage to pull back a goal with a nice cut across top locker goal, and the whole celebration, me absolutely going limbs. But of course, Messi, David Villa, Pedro all had this a say in that Champions League final too. So that was the end of the 2011 season. We were champions, but again, a heartbreak with the Champions League final to a great Barcelona team. So in the 2011-2012 season, like for me, I'd genuinely want to forget this season because not a lot of things stuck out for United as well. You know, like they didn't win anything throughout that season, but in late August, Rooney scored his 150th goal for Man United, the first of a hat-trick, helping Man United to beat Arsenal 8-2. Of course, that famous 8-2 as well. So where Rooney won man of the match, scoring a hat-trick as well, 2 free kicks and a penalty, and contributing as well for a Nani assist where he chipped the goalkeeper as well, and then he did the celebration with his arms out, just looking up into the air as well. So yeah, for me, like that was one of my favorite games, like literally like throughout that season, because I was like, we're beating Arsenal 8-2. It was absolutely nuts. Like I genuinely couldn't believe it as well. And then later on in February, Rooney marked his 500th senior career game by scoring 2 goals for Manchester United to beat Liverpool rivals 2-1 at Old Trafford as well. This was also his 350th game for Man United in all competitions too. So this game, if you guys remember, it was the whole Suarez racism thing as well. When Man United, of course, they beat Liverpool, and then Suarez was celebrating where everyone was celebrating in front of Luis Suarez as well. So yeah, the 2011-2012 season, like it generally wasn't like that great for us. You know, again, small things that stuck out, but yeah, it's just literally like that 8-2 victory, and then ever celebrating in front of Suarez too. So yeah. With Robin van Persie's arrival in the 2012-2013 season, Rooney started taking a back seat in becoming the main striker too. So he dropped back into playing centre forward, central attacking midfielder as well. Because in a podcast a few months back, he actually stated that he just wanted to play football. It didn't matter to what position he played as well, and you could see the range of passing that he had as well. You know, because he's the one that assisted that famous Robin van Persie volley against Aston Villa too, where he clipped it from like the halfway line, like it's sort of like a quarterback as pass as well, you know, and Robin van Persie scored that volley past Brad Goulven as well, leading Man United to the record of 20th league title too. And this will be Sir Alex Ferguson's last season with Wayne Rooney as well. And Rooney would miss Sir Alex Ferguson's last game against Swansea too, saying that Rooney had handed in his transfer request as well. And I remember that because that was very like controversial too, because Alex Ferguson was actually getting interview. There's like, yeah, he's handed in like a transfer request, he wants to leave, and I was like, not this again. But yeah, and Rooney did actually request not to play in that game against Swansea, which is an actual shame. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the 2014 season. For me, one of the worst seasons I've ever seen, post Fergie era as well. So David Moyes was the new manager as well. David Moyes is familiar with Wayne Rooney too from Everton, because he's the one that gave Wayne Rooney the chance as well to actually start playing professional football for Everton. And he came out stating that Rooney was not for sale, as well as with the speculation that Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain were among the clubs looking to sign him as well. You know? And in July 2013, Chelsea did confirm that they had made a bid for Wayne Rooney the previous day, and the price was thought to be 20 million. But however, Manchester United did actually reject that bid as well, because why would United sell like they're one of their best players to Chelsea as well, and Chelsea then were current European champions too, because they'd been Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. After the departure of Nemanja Vidic from Man United in the 2014-2015 season, Rooney was actually named club captain for the first time by Louis van Gaal. And in the opening game of the season against Swansea, United did lose 2-1, but I remember Rooney scoring like some sort of like mini bicycle kick basically. But and Key for Swansea actually scored as well to actually beat Man United 2-1 at home at Old Trafford as well. During this season as well, Rooney became the third highest Premier goal scorer ever, moving ahead of Thierry Henry with 176 goals as well, after he netted the goal against West Ham 2-1, you know, and he was sent off as well for fouling Stuart Downing throughout that game too. So this was Wayne Rooney as well. And throughout this season too, in the 2014-2015 season, Rooney started actually dropping deeper as well because to play midfield, because we had guys like Van Persie, Falcao, Chicharito still there. There was Di Maria as well, so there was too many like attacking players for Wayne Rooney to play. So he didn't have that much of a chance playing in attack. So he started dropping deeper and playing in central midfielder or central attacking midfielder as well. So throughout 2015 to 2017, Rooney starts surpassing greats such as Andy Cole as the Premier League's second goal scorer of all time with 238 goals. He would then surpass Dennis Law in United's top goal scorer of all time behind Bobby Charlton's 249 goals. 15 days later, he scored the only goal in a win against Liverpool at Anfield, his 176th goal for a league goal for United, taking Thierry Henry's record for most goals for one club in the Premier League. So look at the records he's breaking, fam. Andy Cole, Dennis Law, fam, just behind Bobby Charlton, surpassing almost surpassing Thierry Henry's record, which he will go on and do as well. And in late 2016 as well, they would win the FA Cup with Jesse Lingard as well scoring a last minute goal against Crystal Palace. That's the same game where Alan Pardew did that little doggy kind of dance as well, for the people that do remember. And then at the beginning of the 2016-2017 season, he would set up Jesse Lingard as well for an assist, where Jesse Lingard went on a solo run as well against Leicester to win the FA Cup Community Shield as well. And this would be when Jose Mourinho would take over as the manager for Man United too. In November 2016, Rooney became the only third player to achieve 100 Premier League assists, setting up both Zlatan Ibrahimovic's goals away at Swansea City as well, and those goals that Ibra scored were absolute madness as well. And then in November in the same season, Rooney overtook Ruud van Nistelrooy's record as well to become Manchester United's all-time leading goal scorer in Europe competitions with 39 goals, opening the score in a 4-0 home win over Feyenoord in the Europa League. On January 2017, Rooney scored against Reading in the third round of the FA Cup to equal Bobby Charlton as Manchester United's top goal scorer of all time. Rooney's goal was his 249th in 543 games for Manchester United, reaching the landmark in 215 matches and 4 seasons quicker than Bobby Charlton, which is an absolute madness to be fair. And on January 21st, 2017, Rooney finally surpassed Sir Bobby Charlton to become the outright leading goal scorer for Manchester United after scoring his 250th goal for the club, an equaliser from a free kick against Stoke in the Britannia Stadium. And I remember that free kick very well because it was such a weird angle as well, because it was like by near the corner flag, and it was basically a corner, but he top corner, and he was shouting at the players get the ball, come on, let's go. I love Rooney too much, man. But he was presented with the Golden Boot as well to acknowledge him being the club's all-time goal scorer, again by the guy who held the previous record, Sir Bobby Charlton as well, which was a great sight to see in my opinion, because again, Man United legacy, And then at the end of the season, at the end of the season too, he would come on as a substitute to beat Ajax 2-0 to win the Europa League as well, And he'd finish his career as the Man United's all-time leading goal scorer from the club with 253 goals, winning 5 Premier League titles each, and a Champions League and a Europa League and an FA Cup as well, So he would then later join Everton, again his childhood club too. I remember him scoring halfway, and it was against Manchester City from what I remember. No, it was against West Ham, and then he would score against Man City as well on his return as an Everton player. He would then go to America to join DC United, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that famous clip where it was in the last minute and the game counter attack. Rooney literally tracks back, slide tackles a guy, pings a long ball in as well, and then they scored the header to win the game. He would then go and join Derby County too and play against Man United as well, and then after he coached Derby County right now, still is coaching them right now, doing a great job in my opinion with all what Derby County did, with all what Derby County is going through as well, you know. So yeah, that was Wayne Rooney's career, you know, like what a career Wayne Rooney's had. And that is Wayne Rooney's career, his footballing senior career, and his most important milestones that he's achieved while playing for Man United, while playing for Everton, DC United, and for Derby as well, you know. And yeah, the reason why I actually decided to do like this kind of like documentary, small documentary, like giving my opinion, giving my memories of Wayne Rooney, is just because like the amount of disrespect that he gets, and people with like short memory like forget how good Wayne Rooney was, especially when he was young, you know, like in the Euros. Like I remember him in the Euros, bro, and in Euro 2004 he was playing against France and absolutely ragdolling like Thuram, fam, you know, like Perez, bro, Thierry Henry, all these guys, fam, like, and they hope that he actually brought to England as well, you know, because people are always seeing him as like the next like Paul Gascoigne, man. Wayne Rooney for me, he's genuinely one, like, again, like as I said before, like individual, he's my top, literally my top 2 favorite players, like in Man United of all time as well, you know. He's such a special player, you know, like, and yeah, whatever it does in his life as well, you know, I hope he achieves everything that he wants to do, because he brought me so much joy, man, like, and the energy that I had on the pitch when playing football, just literally like a lion, fam, like heart of a lion, you know, lion heart, like that's what I saw in Wayne Rooney. But guys, that's been the video. If you did enjoy this video, thank you so much for staying all this time as well. Thank you so much for your support. You know, I do try my hardest as well to try to break free from the story, because I do have a stutter, so sometimes my voice doesn't come out as right as well, you know. And I hope that you did enjoy the video, and if you like to show that you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up as well, you know. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Thank you so much as well for literally listening to this, man. Like it means a lot. And I'm signing out, guys. Wayne Rooney was a beast. I'll see you later. Keep it real.